Hello, Assalamu alaikum, and welcome to your YouTube classes. I hope you are, or I hope you all are fine. You are staying home and staying safe, and I also hope that you are following our videos and you are completing your course in your home. So today, our reading chapter is chapter number 2, the ransom of Red Chief. Ransom means जब आप किसी को अगवा करते हैं उसके बदले में जो पैसे लेते हैं, दैट इज़ कॉल्ड रैंसम. इसका उर्दू मीनिंग है अगवा बराए तावान. ये कहानी जो है मैं आपको अभी से बताती हूँ. ये कहानी एक बच्चे के बारे में है जिसको दो बंदे किडनैप करते हैं, बिल और सैम. बिल और सैम जो है को कुछ पैसों की ज़रूरत होती है, तो वो उन पैसों को जल्दी हासिल करने के लिए इस छोटे बच्चे को किडनैप करते हैं. ये छोटा बच्चा बेनेज़र डॉर्सेट का बेटा होता है. जब वो इसे किडनैप करते हैं तो वो उसे एक गार में ले जाते हैं, और उसके बाद वो बच्चा उनके साथ क्या क्या करता है और कैसे कैसे उनको तंग करता है, ये हम इस चैप्टर में पढ़ेंगे. और आखिर में जब वो जो बिल और सैम हैं जो कि उसे किडनैप करते हैं, वो उस बच्चे के बाप को बुलाते हैं कि ये बच्चे को हमसे ले जाओ. वो बच्चा उन्हें इतना ज़्यादा तंग कर देता है कि बजाय पैसे लेने के वो उस बच्चे के बाप को पैसे देते हैं कि ये पैसे हमसे लो और ख़ुदा के लिए अपने इस बच्चे को हमसे ले जाओ, ये हमें बहुत ज़्यादा तंग करता है. तो ये एक बहुत ही फ़नी स्टोरी है. आई होप आप इसको एंजॉय करेंगे. ओके, द स्टोरी इज़ अबाउट अ बॉय who was being kidnapped by Bill and Sam. And Bill and Sam are two friends which need some money, so they kidnap the son of Benezer Dorset. They bring the kid to the cave, and we will read what happened in that cave after that kid was being kidnapped, and what did he do with Bill and Sam, and how mischievous and how naughty he was that Bill and Sam was so disturbed by the kid. And in the end of the story, instead of taking the money, they gave some money to his father in order to get rid of him. I am going to start the reading. Okay, it's page number 15, and listen to me very carefully. We were down south in Alabama, Bill Driscoll and myself, when this kidnapping idea struck us. Bill and me had about $600, and we need just $2,000 more to buy some land in western Illinois. We figured that family love is strongest in semi-rural communities and decided to do our kidnapping in Summit, a small town. We selected for our victim the only child of prominent citizen named Benezer Dorset. Mr. Dorset was known for his wealth, which he made from lending mortgages and making foreclosures. The kid was a boy of 10, with freckles and bright red hair. Bill and me figured that Benezer would agree to pay ransom of $2,000, but wait till I tell you what happened. About 2 miles from Summit was a little tree-covered mountain. On the rear slope of this mountain was a cave. There we stored provisions. One evening we drove in a buggy past old Dorset house. The kid was in the street throwing rocks at a kitten on the opposite fence. "Hey, say Bill, would you like some candy?" The boy threw a piece of brick at Bill's head. That boy put up a fight, but eventually we got him in the buggy and drove up to the cave. After dark, I drove the buggy back to the village I had hired in it and walked back. Bill was examining and treating the scratches, bruises on his face and legs. There was a turn your page on page number 16. Fire burning in the cave. The boy was sitting by it with two buzzard-tailed feathers stuck in his hair. He points a stick at me and says, "Ha, cursed paleface, do you dare to enter Red Chief camp?" He's all right now, says Bill. We are playing Red Indian. I'm old Hank, a Red Chief captive, and I'm to scalp at daybreak. Ouch, that kid can kick hard. The boy seemed very happy. The fun of camping out had made him forget that he was a captive. He immediately named me Snake Eye the Spy and announced that I was meet my end the next day. Then we had supper. He filled his mouth full of meat, bread, and gravy, and talked. His speech went something like, I never camped out before. It's fun. But I had a pet once, and I was 9 last birthday. Are there any real Indians in these woods? I want some more gravy. Do the moving trees make the wind blow? We had 5 puppies. What makes your noise so red, Hank? My father has lots of money. Are the stars hot? Do oxen make many noises? Why are oranges round? A parrot can talk, but a monkey or a fish can't. Every few minutes he would remember that he was a Red Indian and would let out a war whoop that made old Hank shiver. That boy had been terrorized from the start. I say, kid, would you like to go to home? What for? Says he. I don't have any fun at home. I hate school. I like camping. You won't take me home, Snake Eye, will you? Not right away, says I. Yay, says he. I never had such fun in all my life. Not right away, say I. Yay, says he. I never had such fun in all my life. At about 11 o'clock, we spread down some white blankets and went to bed. Red Chief kept us awake for 3 hours, jumping up and reaching for his rifle and screeching in our ears, as each crackle of a twig or the rustle of a leaf made him imagine that outlaws were approaching. At last, I fell into a troubled sleep and dreamed that I had been kidnapped and chained to a tree by a ferocious pirate with red hair. Come on to page number 17. At a daybreak, I was awakened by awful screams from Bill. I jumped to see what the matter was. Red Chief was sitting on Bill's chest, holding him by the hair. In his other hand, he had the sharp knife, and he was seriously trying to take Bill's scalp, and he'd promised the evening before. I got the knife away from the kid and made him lie down again. But from that moment, Bill's spirit was broken. He had laid down on his side of the bed, but he never closed an eye again in sleep as long as that boy was with us. Ain't it awful, Sam? No one will pay money to get a little imp like that back. His parents will, says I. I went to the top of the little mountain and looked around. Over towards summit, I expected to see a search party, which what I saw was a peaceful landscape. Perhaps, says I to myself, it has not yet been discovered. When I got to the cave, I found Bill backed up against the side of it, breathing hard, and the boy threatening to smash him with rock half as big as a coconut. He put a red hot boiled potato down my neck, explained Bill, and then mashed it with his foot, and I hit him. I took the rock away from the boy and kind of patched up the argument. I'll fix you, says the kid to the Bill. By and by, Bill calms down and says, Sam, you won't go away and leave me here alone. Will you? I went out and caught that my boy and shook him until his freckles rattled. If you don't behave, says I take you straight home. Now be good. I made him and Bill shake hands. Then I looked Bill aside and told him I was going to Poplar Cove, a little village 3 miles away, to find out what reaction the kidnapping had caused. You know, Sam, says Bill, I have stood by you in earthquake, fire, flood, cyclones, and I never lost my nerve. Yet till we kidnap that kid, you won't leave me alone with him, will you? So that was the half chapter. Half chapter I will read in the next video. I hope you are understanding what we are trying to do here. Kindly do watch the video very carefully. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.